Archimex login confirmed.
Welcome to the Lodge. You've accessed
the Lodgecast experience.
Warning, warning. Dangerous spoilers ahead. Enjoy.
Episode 38, Alita Battle Angel. And welcome to a very special edition of the Lodgecast. I'm your Lodge Master. With me as always is Brother Lucas.
Good evening.
Brother Bishki is still on assignment in Hawaii, but we have
Aloha.
A beautiful assortment of boys tonight.
Ooh.
We got Brother Justin.
Hello.
We got Brother Jonathan.
Hi.
And we got Brother Matt.
Hey, what's going on?
And Matt, you brought your pass van tonight. It's a gleaming white, beautiful vehicle, and we have recently dubbed it, what do we call it?
White Fang.
White Fang. We are inside of the White Fang. There's the two Prii, the Red Dragon and the Black Swan, and now we have the White Fang. And we are here to see Alita Battle Angel in IMAX 3 motherfucking D.
Boom.
Can you believe it?
Boom. 20 years in the making, folks.
Lucas,
20 years
Lucas,
in the
how
making.
many times have we seen this fucking trailer?
Oh, boy. Last year,
How many times?
It started making the round 6 months out, like 6 months early, and there's been a couple trailer versions, but they all have Christoph Waltz going, Alita.
Oh my God! So what's the temperature in the White Fang on this? There's been some grumbling, and I've had to quiet down some people. So, what are we feeling?
I am pro spectacle.
Yes.
I love it big. I love it loud. Love it expensive. I'm here for it.
Okay. All right, Brother Jonathan. What do you feel? What's going through your noggin?
This is going to be a big failure. One big salad dragon
Oh my!
to toss our salads all night long.
He's calling it.
Wait, that's bad? I'm confused.
It's confusing. It's very confusing.
These are
conflicting.
confusing times.
Yeah.
These are confusing times. Brother Matt, what you got? Do you have pre-beef?
I just have pre-beef in that at one point in my life I really liked Robert Rodriguez, but I don't think he's made a good film in a really long time.
I second that, yeah.
But I've only seen a billboard for this movie. That's about it.
You haven't seen any trailers?
I haven't seen shit for this.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's good. That's
and
actually,
the
you're the
ones-
control subject.
That's great.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Cold.
I mean, I know what to expect to an extent. Though.
You'll have the most honest
worried.
reaction then.
I'll try to, yeah.
Because this guy has a whiff of the Bob Zemeckis mocap, Dead Eye, Uncanny Valley.
Big old eyes.
Syndrome. And I think Jim Cameron was originally going to direct this way back when, and then got sidetracked with a little movie called Avatar. And from what I read, the way Robert Rodriguez got the job is he took Cameron's like 178-page script and like chopped it down to like, you know, a shootable length, like under $200 million budget, and Cameron was like, "Yes, you can direct it."
I bless
yes,
you.
Like you got the right story out.
I
of
bless this mess.
because they definitely needed to get the budget down, and luckily they did, because the movie's struggling to be the juggernaut franchise Kickstarter that they had hoped, but apparently it's doing well overseas, so it will probably get like a weird sequel, you know, like remember Pacific Rim, and all of a sudden there's Pacific Rim 2, and you're like, what? Like, wow. Like, yeah.
What's the last, I won't say great, but really good film that Robert Rodriguez made? Go.
From Dusk Till Dawn.
What?
From
Planet
Dusk Till
Terror.
Dawn.
Oh, okay.
I think Planet Terror had its
Planet
moments.
Terror, I loved.
Yeah.
I loved that.
Yeah, I was having a great time during Planet Terror.
Was Sin City after that? I really
I think
enjoyed
it was before.
I really enjoyed Sin City. A Dame to Kill For I thought was superfluous.
Spy Kids? 3, right?
I
That
have
one
not
was pretty
seen
good.
any of the Spy Kids.
Spy Kids 3 was pretty good.
The
So
one with Stallone was cool.
I think as with a lot of people in our generation, he hit us hard when we were teens.
Oh, yeah.
and then I guess
So hard.
we grew up. I don't know. Is that possible?
Yeah,
Yes, that is
I think
100%
so.
right.
I
Yeah.
think society got woke between Sin City and Sin City 2. Sin City were like, fuck yeah, prostitutes, guns, tits, yeah. And then 2 came out, we're like, oh, now this is unacceptable.
Yes. Hold all
This
of that,
is
please.
crass, and I am above it.
That may very well be true. But no matter what happens tonight, we are about to see something in IMAX 3D. So it's
Yeah.
going to be big. It's going to be in our face. It's going to be in our eyeballs.
Yeah, it's going to be emotional. I mean, it definitely has this very epic vibe, at least in the trailers. Like, it really is just operatic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I think we just, fundamentally need to see original shit because
Sure.
they're going to
Yeah.
quickly stop making it because
Yeah.
Disney's just
Totally.
And this
going
isn't-
back
this
to
is
the
like
well
right under the
time
wire.
and time
Yeah,
again.
this got right under the wire. Like, this is a write-off for Disney. You know, like, it doesn't matter for them. But, like, we're lucky to have had it because you're right. Like, this is an original
they're
adaptation
remaking
of the
cartoons and
manga.
live action. They're making more Star Wars, more Marvel.
Let's
and it's
try to keep that in our hearts.
Yes.
And
new shit.
new
we need
shit.
new shit.
Yeah.
Like
We need-
Pacific
I just hope-
Rim.
I just hope it's
Fucking
not. I
love
just
Pacific Rim.
I just hope it's not like Valerian, the city of 1,000 planets.
We need new shit that can then
Valerian
be
was also terrible.
remade in the years to come and regurgitated.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We can't just keep regurgitating the same vomit.
Roma 2.
Roma
Yeah.
2.
We can't keep eating the
Back to
puke.
Roma.
We need to eat real
Yes.
food to then puke.
Yes. This guy gets it. All right. Well, let's strap on our battle boots.
Strapping on.
Bring me a movie called Alita.
Jonathan's got his Crocs on, his battle boots, so he's ready to rock.
This is not a game.
I can't wait, guys. Love and light. Later. So yeah, Alita Battle Angel, y'all. Pretty packed screening for a Monday night, I would say. There was a lot of people there.
Holiday.
Oh, it is a holiday. It's President's Day. That's a good point. People were ready for this. So, where to even begin?
Well, let's begin with the title, which does not show up in the beginning, right?
True.
Like, you know how some of these movies take a page out of The Dark Knight where they're just going to start, like, medias res, but I don't know, I just feel like you got to have a title or a cold open or something because, like, in this movie, it just opens with, like, what you think is a cold open with Christoph Waltz, like, in a salvage yard, and then you think, like, as soon as he finds her eyes are going to open, then the title's going to pop up, but then it doesn't. And you're like, oh, no, this is, like, the beginning of the actual beginning, like, that we're starting together.
It
Like,
subverted your title blast
and then
expectations.
I'm thinking, like, wow, they're not going to do any, like, opening credits, like, at all, like, not to bring us into this time and place and this dystopian world. They're just going to throw us right in, but they're not really.
You're just in, dude.
Yeah.
There's a city in the sky that takes a dump. Alita comes out of the dump, and Christoph Waltz, I thought was
Miscast. Like, it should have
pretty
been
fucking miscast.
Should have been Keanu Reeves. Like, the whole time
Oh
I'm
my
thinking,
God.
this
How
is
great was that,
how is
man?
Keanu Reeves not Dr. Ito? Like, how is Christoph Waltz? And then, like, when Jennifer Connelly is his wife, I was like, okay, he's definitely miscast. Like, that was
They
like,
wanted to steer clear of all things Matrix for this one.
yeah,
Clear
yeah.
comparisons being made.
Well,
Yeah.
the
It
thing
felt
about
like a Wachowski movie to me.
the thing
Yeah.
about Christoph, and I don't know if it's just his naturally awkward demeanor, but you get weird vibes from the dude.
Yeah.
From the
Yeah.
jump. From
Yeah.
the jump.
Yeah.
He's creating a teenage girl, and he's just not. I don't know. There's something about him where I'm like, get that girl away from him.
And she
Yeah.
was trapped in her body, and she wanted to get out of it and get a new body.
There's a
and
lot going on.
She turned
It's-
into a woman.
There was a scene where, like, it was her skeleton or whatever, and he was, like, asleep on the couch. He woke up and he was like, Alita.
And they,
Like,
so good.
They
Yeah.
frame it
And I
with
was
his,
like,
with his crotch at the forefront, which doesn't help. And the fact that it's now what is the twist? It is a body built for his daughter
Yes.
that the personality of Alita is in. So
Yeah.
he had this,
Very weird.
This
Very
movie
weird.
has some
Vertigo shit.
Is this a PG-13 movie?
It is
Because
definitely.
there was some brutal shit in this.
Violent.
Yeah, this was surprisingly violent.
He
Yeah.
flashes back to his daughter,
Severed heads,
who
man.
is a paraplegic.
Oh man,
And
they went there. I forgot.
Christoph Waltz is a doctor that kind of repairs cyborgs around this slum town that is beneath the upper crust, upper level called Zalem, this floating city. And he flashes back, and he built this body for his daughter. We see his daughter in a wheelchair, and there's like a cyborg junkie rummaging through his stuff, and flips out and just fucking smashes
Beats her to death.
Tramples
Smashes.
her.
Yeah, we didn't see that on screen though.
No, but you see
the
blood. You see
aftermath.
blood on the
An
wheelchair.
empty
Yeah,
empty
that's it.
wheelchair.
You see an empty wheelchair.
It's violent imagery. It's horrific.
The
It's
fact that
traumatic.
it even happened is insane for a PG-13.
I mean, imagine being like a paralyzed person watching the movie and like, you know, just
a small dog who you get to know throughout the film
Also
right,
off
yeah.
screen.
is brutally murdered off screen. The dog's blood is used as war paint.
yeah,
Yeah.
instantaneously.
That was
which
a big
is
part.
pretty.
Jonathan, you're not bothered at all by that.
Escalates pretty quick.
No, dude, I have nothing.
I felt Christoph Waltz should have been like the pie in the sky villain, you
Sure,
know, and
for
Maharashi Mahershala could have been the doctor that's like, you know, knows everybody in the neighborhood, that like does everyone's solids and like is like an
Mahershala Ali and Jennifer Connelly look badass in this film.
They look great. They look
Yeah.
like
I mean,
$1 million. They look
wow.
beautiful. They look sexy. They're in a different movie.
You don't need
know?
CG for them.
Sunglasses.
No, yeah, thank God, right? Like, thank God they got that right. Robert Rodriguez was like, no, we're gonna just keep you. Maybe we'll give Jennifer Connelly a little purple heart, a lucky charm in her forehead, which was weird because I kept thinking wasn't that in the Avengers? Wasn't her
Oh my god.
husband?
Her real
Yeah.
life
Her real life.
husband
Oh, yeah, that's
plays
what
the
was
Vision.
That's what was
Vision.
messing with me. I was like, what is going on? Like my wires are crossed.
But we saw this whole movie before too, with Matt Damon.
Oh,
And,
Elysium.
Elysium.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Because they're all
Elysium
trying to get
and
to-
Alita. It's
not
like
Zion, but
fucking
Zion.
Alita
Big shades
Zium.
of that.
Zium.
It was
Well, see,
reminiscent
bad
of so many
acting
things,
all
though.
around.
Well, see,
Yeah.
that's the problem when you adapt things that were written a while ago, is that everyone, like, people
Yes.
read them,
Yeah.
take what
Get
they want,
inspired.
and then
Good point.
it's like a stripped corpse by the time you
Well,
actually
That's how
get
I
to
felt
it.
watching it.
And
It felt
this
like a
movie-
patchwork of 100 movies I had seen.
This
Yeah.
movie
Yeah.
has a very distinct tang to the flavor of it. It feels like a 90s
Definitely.
It was
project
90s as
Hackers,
fuck.
Hook.
that
90s
got the money and the
Uh,
technology to come out now.
yes.
But it is pure 90s.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's what I kept thinking from the beginning. I was like, wow, if this was the 90s, it would make so much sense.
And it's silly 90s. It's
Yeah.
like
Silly.
Demolition Man, off-Broadway Demolition Man, some of it.
Yeah.
And I struggled against it. I struggled against the current for a little bit. But then once I realized what it was, and when I saw Mahershala Ali show up on a little communicator device with those sunglasses on, I'm like, I'm in a Sega CD game right now.
Yeah.
I need to treat it as such and enjoy it as such.
Such bad cutaways.
When,
Like, just
when I
fucking-
saw a cyborg playing a guitar with 3 cyber hands, that's when I was in, brother.
that was
Yeah.
like
That's
total
when I was in.
Total
Yeah.
recall.
It felt
third boob.
like the prerequisite for everyone in that
It was very Total Recall.
dystopia was to have a fake arm. Like you had
Yes.
to have a bionic arm.
And
period.
another 90s element, which almost made it seem like 90s like television. The extras are so crisp and so
Oh,
clean and
man.
so hilarious.
I was dying
noticed that at the
Watch the
basketball
background.
in a bar fight scene,
Oh.
where the guy pulls his sword out of the wall all butthurt, and there are 2 guys standing behind him that just look like bros that are like, oh shit, like
they're-
something's happening. Like,
Yeah, one extra was just shotgunning a bottle
Amazing.
of something, just like completely vertical, just like drinking it like it was
those
a
are-
hamster.
Good drawing.
Those
Yeah.
are like those are like the big time background folks. If you just the city shots where they need like 40 people and the quality control isn't as strict, those, oh my god. Like I could watch a whole movie just of them milling around in the background, not really knowing what to do. Like amazing.
Yeah.
It's
Quick survey. I haven't watched nearly as much anime as I look like I have. But where are you guys
Fair.
at with that? Because it's a certain flavor that is really hard to replicate in live action, especially in, like, for Western audiences. Like, even the most benign anime is fucking bonkers.
Right.
Like, there's just such crazy shit.
I've just seen the basic stuff that's made it, like, very...
Like Akira,
Yes.
Ghost
all
in the
the,
Shell.
all the very
the
basics.
Green Days of it, like
Cowboy
this felt
Bebop.
like anime is punk. Alita Battle Angel is sort of the Green Day of that. Like, I felt all of these
Ooh,
bonker,
look at this.
wackadoo elements.
Wasn't there a Green Day,
but
like,
it wasn't,
musician as a
it was still
background?
coherent to me. You know what I mean?
I think the entire band of Green Day appeared multiple times in this film in the background
As extra.
with cyber arms.
But the Ghost in the Shell live action movie was cool
Similar.
looking.
It
But
feels
it was
similar.
Yeah.
It looked
This
great,
movie-
I thought.
Little
This
round
movie
sunglasses
sucked.
appear in all of these movies, too.
This movie did not look good.
This
But the
mov-
3D was good, and
It was
that's the
crisp.
only
Yeah.
positive
It was
thing I can
super
say.
well lit.
Yeah, James Cameron knows how to, like, spot check visual effects.
That was
so,
it.
Like,
yeah,
they go into a cyborg hitman club, and it is lit like a sitcom.
yeah.
So, you know, that can rub you the wrong way. I think they had to do a lot of that for the whatever processes needed to happen for the CG and for our 3D IMAX experience. But, yeah, it's a goofy-looking movie. But if you get on its wavelength, it can be nothing else. It is so sincere.
Yeah, I mean, it's not trying to hide anything.
No.
It's got all of its
Yeah.
cards out on the table. It's like, all right, there's some pod racing shit. There's some weird bar fights. She wants to be a bounty hunter and a motor ball player champion. It's just whatever.
Let's
Just,
speak of
here you go.
motorball. I think
Oh,
I think the candidate, the movie was full of potential salad dragons, but my candidate is the first time you see them practicing motorball on the street.
Like
which
street ball, motorball.
It is street level. These are streetwise mid-90s hooligans, and they are on futuristic rollerblades, and they are playing rollerball jacked up to, Alita levels. And it is cut like a Nickelodeon special, and I was in heaven. I didn't know that's what I needed at that moment in my life, but it provided.
It's
was
what
like-
I wanted Jupiter Ascending to be, where Channing
Yes.
Tatum was
With his little rocket boots.
flying around
Yeah.
with his rocket boots.
Channing Tatum has sky rollerblades in
Right.
Jupiter Ascending, and it was very reminiscent of this, but this felt better.
It felt like Hook. It felt like
the Lost
Rufio
Boys.
scenes in
Yeah,
Hook.
it felt like the Lost Boys.
Yes.
for sure.
Which is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's fun times. Yeah.
Very much a Lost Boys in Hook vibe. Definitely.
Very quick aside, after watching this, I think prime candidate number one to make a Ninja Turtles reboot is now Robert
Sure.
Rodriguez.
Why not? This was basically a Ninja Turtles movie. If April O'Neil were like a battle angel. I mean,
Battle
yeah.
April.
Battle April.
Yeah, I mean, I think things like the motorball sequence, if you're with the movie,
Yes.
you can enjoy it. If you're not with the movie, you're like, why the fuck are you making me watch
Yeah,
this
why
now?
am I here?
It's probably how people felt like when I saw Star Wars Episode 1, I was so enthralled in my fandom that
Yes.
I couldn't even pretend that the movie was bad. It took subsequent viewings to
I
realize
can
that.
confirm this firsthand.
But if you're into it and that starts, it's exciting. You're swept up in the effects, the sound, the rush of like all that's happening.
Lucas did
But if
lean
you-
over and say, "This is pod racing."
Yeah. But if you've already turned on the movie, that's like another turn in the knife.
Oh, that's a
in the side of
fatal.
your
That's
head.
a fatal cut. That
like,
scene is
oh,
a fatal
no.
cut.
but
Get
what
me the
was
fuck out of here.
but what was the most fatal aspect was the love interest.
Okay.
The Joseph
Hugo.
Gordon-Levitt.
Let's talk
It was
about.
so
He was like the Joseph Gordon-Levitt 2.0.
He was a cutie patootie. He
carbon
had that little
Joe Blow.
beauty mark.
he was cute in the 90s, maybe.
Yes, exactly.
we were in the 90s.
This movie
Very
sucks.
90s.
He was a Joey Lawrence,
solid Joey
reanimated.
Lawrence.
He was sort of dressed like Robert Rodriguez in
Yes.
the 90s in that
Yes.
opening scene.
It
Like
was
he
Joey
represented
Lawrence
the
clown.
director. He had the little bandana on that Rodriguez never takes
We
off. He had
cannot
his little leather
overstate
and they ride these unicycle motorcycles.
Dude, I think that
like
guy's
the
in
first-
fucking Spy Kids, actually. I think
Like
he's
the
from
probably
Spy
is.
Kids.
Like the
He's the
first
kid
time
from
that
Spy
you
Kids.
see them riding them, like you can't
It's
help but
hilarious.
laugh because
It's
they
hilarious.
look like they're at a circus almost.
It was so... God,
But we cannot overstate how 90s this film is.
It is.
Yeah.
If you have any affinity for the 1990s, spirit thee away to a theater immediately. You will be
or just
in
rent a
heaven.
movie.
Or just rent a movie.
Don't waste your time with this.
Okay, so the plot is so thick. It's
Simple.
it's
It's definitely A to B to C to D.
They're
But they
peop-
spend
the people are looking down on the
film
poor
explaining
people.
to us what
Yes.
the fucking world is,
Yeah.
what the rules of the world is.
a lot of
It got
exposition.
exhausting. Yeah.
A lot of exposition.
there's a lot of
Christoph and Mahershala both are just
like
explaining
a lot
shit
of
the whole
dialogue. It's
fucking
hard to
movie.
say. Yeah. It's
Two Oscar winners.
It's tough to say.
lot of bounty hunting, lot of motorball,
A lot of jargon.
lot of jargon, lot of cyber speak.
Yeah.
And Zion, not Zion, but Zalim or whatever. The
It's Elysium.
yeah,
Elysium.
the city in the sky.
Elysium
It's
2.
got a lot of weight. It's talked about a lot, but we don't
Yes.
ever really see it, so we don't really know what the big deal is. But apparently, it's great.
And it's right there. It's in the air.
It is in the air. And
Everyone can jump really high and fly shit around. I
there
don't
are these
understand.
tubes that you can climb to try to get up there, but they constantly are sending blades down to get you off them tubes.
I mean,
Which
you,
also
you
has a
know-
specific name. Those blades were called something.
Yes, everything in this movie is called something. There,
Ring rippers.
there
Yeah.
is Mars technology.
Herbs.
It's some.
Erm's Technography.
It's yes,
or some-
technography. It's an
There's some-
acronym. Is an acronym. I don't remember, but Mars is in there.
United Mars Association. No. something.
United Republic of Mars.
There
Yeah,
you go.
yeah.
And Alita's suit is called a berserker, according to Mr. Waltz. And so the part where I clapped at many points during this film, but when he said, "Your body is an berserker," I fell in love all over again. Like, amazing work, guys. I love that they put those words together and made him say it. I do think he's miscast. I do think pretty much any other actor would have brought us closer to what that character should have been.
Yeah, the
But-
one casting choice he nails is Jeff Fahey as
Oh,
the Robo Dog Traveler, and I kind of wish he was like in the movie more, or he was Alita's handler or something.
Yes.
Like that guy had way more interesting backstory.
He didn't
going
get to
on.
do anything.
No,
It's
but it was a
Jeff
great
Fahey
cameo.
with like
I
a
loved it.
tombstone
Yeah.
mustache,
Yeah.
and he's got these robo dogs at his side, and he's looking so fucking fly.
Perfect. Like
He's looking perfect.
Born to play that part.
He does mourn the dog that gets killed, and he does sick his robo dogs on a bounty hunter.
And you
for a
never
little
see
bit.
him again. You never see him again.
I think they want a sequel. They obviously
Yeah,
want a sequel
definitely.
Yeah.
because there's after all the battles, she becomes the best at motorball, of course, and there's this overseer named Nova, who we've seen with these crazy goggles on the whole movie, and he can jump into people's minds.
Looks like a mad scientist
Yes.
from Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
I liked
Dr.
how they did the
Robotnik
stuff
even.
where he could jump into people's minds and their eyes glow blue, and that's when you know Nova's speaking through them. Like, I love that shit. I thought Mahershala did a great job varying his performance based on when he was being overridden or not. And at the end, it's a cliffhanger. Angel battles through everything that she needs to do, but she's still after that big fish, that Nova, and she points her saber skyward, and we see that mad scientist, and we know he's going to take those goggles off. And when he does, I clapped so fucking loud for Edward motherfucking Norton. Yes, sir. Ed Norton is your big cliffhanger reveal for your bad guy.
Oof, man.
I feel like, I recognized the mole. And I was like, that's Ed Norton?
You recognized it.
Yeah,
You knew.
I did
The
too.
mole on the...
I didn't know it was
Yeah.
him.
The
And
first shot,
I thought when they first cut to him,
I thought it was Dana Carvey.
I thought it was Dana Carvey too. I was like, this looks like Dana Carvey.
Why not?
And it was silly. It was
I
like
thought
a
it
really.
was Brett Spiner.
It was
Oh,
a
perfect.
really
Even more
silly
90s.
cutaway, and then they kept cutting back to him, and it was like, that weird, mysterious, like Oz guy
Yeah.
behind the curtain.
I feel like Ed Norton has been that guy, too. Like
He's
the
been-
bad guy reveal at the end of a movie,
He's been every guy.
but you don't
Man.
ever see the sequel.
But he had such a gleam in his eye that
I think he was happy that Alita won.
I wish, Alita and him had screen time. I wish
Yeah.
Edward Norton had more
Well,
to do.
you just gotta wait for Chinese box office numbers.
yes, how well is this doing overseas? Are we going to get a sequel?
We will get a sequel because it hasn't opened yet in China or Japan, but it's doing well internationally already. So those markets, I think, are primed for this.
Give me that sequel. All right. Well, it feels like we're a van divided. So let's get to these bones. Let's talk about this. Lucas, what's going on?
Well,
I had to tell you to put your glasses back on at a certain point.
Well, I know. Yeah, it was hard on my eyes for sure. But
You look like you were allergic to this movie.
but
You
yeah.
were like, I needed to give you a Zyrtec just to get through it. You're like scratching your head and rubbing your eyes.
That is very accurate because, I guess, I'm accustomed to like a certain rhythm or pacing of like big budget action, sci-fi, spectacle.
Are you?
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought there would be like coming from James Cameron, who really knows, I feel, how to like pace a movie with like set pieces and structure and like story. And the fact that this has been in development for 2 decades, I was like, this is going to be, very entertaining. But instead, I kind of felt like the movie was like in search of meaning or a message. It was kind of like stuck in second gear. And it had all the right ingredients, aside from a few miscastings, but like it just never really went anywhere.
Would you say it's like a student feature?
No. But like there was a very telling moment when it looked like a couple had like walked out like midway through.
They bounced
where
hard.
they like gave up. But like as soon as they left, it was like one of the best scenes in the movie where she goes into the bounty hunter bar and like goes, "Who's with me?" And like they all laugh at her, and then she like beats them all up. I was thinking like, this should have been in the first act. Like this should have been in the end of like 30 minutes. Like not
I
like
feel you on
90 minutes in already.
I'll concede that point.
So yeah, I was like all the angsty, like, who am I? Why won't you do this? Like, listen to me. It was like there was so many scenes where you can't go up there. Like it was just became very tedious for me after a certain point.
How are your bones
So
feeling?
I give it 1.5 bones.
One and 1/2 battle bones.
Because it's a good idea, but there's not really a plot, and like the performances aren't really there, and I was beat by the end. Like when Jonathan walked out, I was like, dude, did he come back? Like I didn't know.
It seemed like Jonathan left.
I thought he left for good. I was like, shit, man. Like I should have gone with.
All right, brother Jonathan, what happened? Did you leave? What? I thought you were completely gone. It was after a very romantic, very tearful scene.
Yeah, that movie sucked.
Uh-oh.
I would have left. This would have been the second movie I would have left this year, and I haven't been able to leave because I went with somebody else.
Yes.
So this and Escape Room, I would have walked out.
Escape Room?
I was so jealous of those people that walked out. Like, I was...
They went to the wrong exit first. I love when that happens.
I was so bored with every aspect of the movie. I wasn't high enough. There was no comedy. Sincerity is one thing, but like not having any, I don't know, I'd say half bone for visual splendor, yeah. Not even the effects, just splendor. Everything else is just disgusting.
Okay. Brother Justin, what's going on?
Counterpoint.
Yes.
I live for this kind of shit.
Battle Justin activated.
You guys with your snobbery, frankly, it sickens me at times.
He's sick. He's
But
sickened.
listen,
Oh, let's go watch the
I'm
Lego
not-
movie.
I'm not gonna go to bat too hard for this because I don't think it quite gets to the heights of the movies that it's inspired by. I think we'll see over time if maybe sequels can elevate this to, all-time sci-fi status. This just to me is a fun blockbuster. I thought it looked pretty fucking fantastic. Little bit of miscasting here and there, I agree. Seeing Christoph Waltz with that giant, like, rocket-powered sickle was pretty fucking ridiculous.
Man, I was laughing, man.
I'm like, anybody
Like
else.
Van Helsing. You look like Van Helsing or something. Yeah.
But I thought it looked awesome. I really embraced the 90s aesthetic and the 90s vibe.
I half expected Chris O'Donnell to show up. Like, at
Why
one
not?
point.
Yeah.
He could have been there somewhere, for
Yeah.
all we know. He sold her first bar of chocolate.
Chocolate vendor. Chocolate merchant.
Yeah. But I'm not going to nitpick this too much. I had fun. My eyeballs are happy. This gets 3 bones for me.
Boom. Triple battle bones. Brother Matt, counterpoint again?
More or less, yeah. I mean, I'm kind of in both worlds. I you know,
You're a hybrid.
My bar was really, really low for this one coming in, and so I was pleasantly surprised with a lot of it. I think the effects and a lot of the details I got to enjoy through my 3D glasses were badass. I wish the script had stood up to that level, because obviously the guys on the other end of the fucking production were killing it. I think a lot of the special effects are beautiful, but they didn't have like a really, really compelling story to take and run with it. So I think I may have given the favorite this too, but I'm going to give it 2 bones.
2 bones. 2 bones right down the middle.
I enjoyed the ride.
You sliced it right down the middle with your saber.
That's me.
This is a 3-bone motion picture. Y'all be tripping. If you grew up in the 90s and you watched anything that was remotely like Demolition Man or Total Recall, this is going to tickle all of them bones for you, or it should. They may have died throughout the years or have grown dim or powered down. But the fighting, like, it nails the video game aesthetic in the best way. This sounds bad, but it's like watching somebody play the coolest video game you've ever seen. The battle sequences are amazing. The motorball is hilarious / amazing. Christoph Waltz got my issues with, but whatevs. Joey Lawrence avatar on point. And I was there for all of it. I mean, I don't clap during movies usually. I was clapping. I was clapping at this.
Edward Norton was pretty funny.
Holy shit. I think you should definitely see this in the theater. It's going to lose something on the small screen. We saw it the best way possible, I think. We gave it the best chance it had.
What they should have done is had Alita in character try to get us to sign up for AMC Stubbs A-list. Because Medea did that last movie.
Yes.
We need every protagonist.
I would sign on to that. That would be amazing. And she vaguely threatens everybody.
Yeah. Hi, I'm the Dark Phoenix. Please sign up for AMC A-list.
All right, well, that was a White Fang divided tonight, but by the body heat warming up this car, our brotherhood is strong, and we survived this together. May we all ascend to Zelysium one day and see what it's really all about. Come on, Chinese box office.
Yeah.
Pay up.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do this.
Left and right.
Love and light, y'all.
Love and light.
Mwah.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
Yeah. This is Matt's dad, Alita Battle Angel. Stirring parts of Alien, Rollerball, Star Wars, Pinocchio, and Peppermint with huge eyeballs, and you have Alita. She disassembles evil robots without tearing her t-shirt. I salute Lodge Master Matt and his pirate tokers for seeing Alita wreak carnage on the Megamax screen. 2.5 bones for this silly comic book movie. Matt's dad signing off. See you at the movies.
Aloha. Brother Bishki here. On my Hawaiian vacation. I'm sitting poolside, overlooking the Pacific Ocean at a house rental in Kona, Hawaii. And I'm sipping a Mai Tai. Just wanted to say a few words on Alita Battle Angel, which I did see right before I left on the IMAX screen. This one's a $200 million bomb. I thought it was right in line with Jupiter Descending, maybe a little above Attack of the Clones. There was a lot of sci-fi jargon, tons of exposition from James Cameron. And I kind of gave up on trying to understand what was going on. I just started looking at the extras. And this one's got some doozies. Robert Rodriguez yet to make a good film, and I'm liable to give it a woof, but Brother Nathan and I laughed so hard when Edward Norton revealed his face at the end. that I have to give it the Roger Ebert Memorial Half Bone. Look, I got a lot more to say, but I got to get back to my Hawaiian vacation. So, aloha.
My eyeballs are happy.